Hi guys, showing you a before and after of the closet. My place is very old. If you've been watching my videos, I'm updating my place the best I can. I suggest you buy this stuff, Dynaflex. It's called DAP. You see that? Because I used it on the trim on the bottom, because the trim of this closet, there was a gap. There was holes all over the bottom of the closet. I have the drop cloth there. But I just gave it a coat, one good solid coat, before I give it a prime. And it's going to make a huge difference. I didn't do that in the first closet. And I also did it to that section there. If you watch my earlier videos, that corner was really bad. I took a screwdriver and I just scraped it down and all these chunks of plastic came off. So I gave it a couple of coats of that with this DAP stuff. You find it in the paint section, all the scuffs. This is 22 years of scuffs. Now this closet was painted with flat paint, and that's not the right material to use in a closet. I'm learning as I go along. I never did closets before, and my super friend from next door, he's updating his daughter's apartment. He came over a couple of times and he said, you're using the wrong materials. Do the closet with semi-gloss. I'm using, you see how I cleaned the pieces of plastic? This is solid wall, so I just taped around it after I cleaned it, and this needs a lot of love. I'm going to get up there and do every corner full, primer, and then a coat of semi-gloss. So this is the before. I didn't do that to the first closet on the bottom, but this closet was the worst. When I look at all four closets, this closet was really bad compared to the rest. I believe so. So look at that. 22 years of scuffing, moving things around, how you live and learn. That big jug of paint, $87. It's ceiling paint. Interior ceiling flat paint. I'm using it for the ceiling soon, and I'm using it as the primer. You can save a lot of money doing that. So make sure you buy this DAP. I kept moving it, I'm sorry. That's what it is, there you go. And it'll fill in the gaps, and it dries pretty quick, but I did that a few days ago. I'm just in the mood now. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna put the radio on and start painting. So stay tuned, and I'll show you the finished product. I forgot to mention that even though this looks really beat up, scuffed, it's just scuffed. I did wipe this down. This is a clean closet before I prime it. I took those big sponges, rinsed them out a few times, and I got all the cobwebs and any dust off the top of the, door frame, any dust I could. You clean it first. Even though this looks filthy, it's just scuffs, and it's very dry and old. Take the time to, you're doing work, take the time to do the best you can, because it will last for a very long time if you do it the right way and if you use the proper materials. Thank God I have somebody helping me, guiding me this time around, because this will not be a waste of time now. I'm doing quality work. Make sure you wipe all the dust off, and then the paint job will come out so much better. Here's another tip for you. You can lean the ladder up against the wall. This is my mom's ladder. I have two stools, but the closet's really high and I can't reach that. So what I did was I put a piece of rubber underneath the container that's not fully full, just enough full. And you can reach, the corners are done already, but you can reach the top and the top sides without going up and down, up and down, up and down. That ladder can't fit in that closet, but if you put it like that, lean it against the wall, you could go up. One, two. I'm on number 3. I need to be on number 3 to get up there. That's a really good tip to share with you. Hey guys, I just finished the first coat, the primer. A couple of spots I gave it 2 coats, and the stains came through. Now I understand why primer is so important. I want to show you, I did use this DAP, and I put it in, not perfect. The walls are very bumpy. I did fill in some holes with spackle and the DAP, And, you know, I just want you to know the walls are very bumpy. I did the best I could, and there was 2 sections. I gave 2 coats, and look at that. You can see the stains coming through because it was so old. It never, I don't believe these closets were ever done properly. To go through every corner, every section around the door frame, every corner, very time consuming. I can see why, I understand why nobody really wanted this job. Old closets are really hard to bring back to life and do a quality job. Now, I did reach out. The first guy, the super, he just looked at me like, yeah, I read his body language. I was like, well, he wouldn't have done what I'm doing, that's for sure. And the second guy, he just went, that's a lot of work. If they're already saying that in their body language, why hire them? Because they're not going to do a good job. They're going to do a half-assed job. Nobody will give these closets the love I'm giving them. That's for damn sure. And I'm doing it right. With the pandemic and what went down, I have the time. I might as well get something done, productive. It's adding value to my home. And it is. I mean, closets are back-breaking work. I get it. I'm only on the second one. It was tough. The ladder, I only used the second step, but it is higher than the 2 step stools that I have to get all the way to the top. That was a real bitch. And just so you know, this might look like I painted over. Well, I don't have to worry about taping this because when I take the roller, I'm going to go over this part, not this part inside. I'm going to go over this part and this part, you know, where you see it when you open the door, with satin linen. So I don't need to tape that. So I could be a little sloppy there, but I really got in the cracks. But now I have to do the same exact thing with the semi-gloss because that's the proper material. This was just the primer. All right, guys, stay tuned. Today is the next night. I put in a 14-hour day. I don't know why I thought I could do this in one day. There was no way. It took me an hour and a half to put those shelves back. When you take shelves out that have been in for 22 years, they don't go back in the same way. I had to improvise. I had to go digging for old screws and everything. But the quality, look at the quality. Now I use that DAP on the bottom. Look at that. Prime and then semi-gloss. Look at that trim. Semi-gloss and the satin linen. Oh. And then the doors are satin linen and the rest of the place. I did the whole from the door to that wall. Look at that quality. Oh, it came out great. I broke my back. Cleaning in between, I taped everything. It took me an hour to take all the tape off. Here's a suggestion for you. This tape is half the price of painter's tape, but you have to take it off when the paint's kind of wet. It's a lot easier. I learned that. Look at that straight lines. This is quality work. It came out great. Now this is the first closet. I took everything out. Why? And I gave it a coat of semi-gloss because I learned about the semi-gloss in the closets. That's what you're supposed to use after the fact, after I did the first closet. So I took everything out. And I didn't take the shelves out, but I gave it a coat. And that took an hour. Back-breaking. My body's hurting. It had to be done because when I took out all my stuff, that wall right there, was all scuffed already after all that hard work. Now in here, I put these shelves in and I hit the walls a couple of times and not a mark. Not a mark. It took me like 5 minutes to get each shelf in, and then I started screwing it in. Then I had to go dig for nails. It was tough. But see, no scuffs. That if this was flat paint, it would be so scuffed up because the shelves were very hard to get back in. And I taped the knobs and everything. I mean, this is quality. You see the trim for the cable? I cleaned all of that and I taped it, and that's why it looks so good. I even got in the crack here, baby. I did a great job after I cleaned. You prep, you clean, and then you tape. Wow, looks great. You know, for an old place, it looks superb. Now, I paid someone last year to do the ceiling, and that's why I'm having help, and I'm going to do the ceiling later on after I get the electric done. Do you see that white line on the top of the ceiling, like it's darker around the perimeter? He claimed that he did 2 coats. That wouldn't be if he did 2 coats. And then I had to have somebody come back and fix this. It just looks worse than it is because it wasn't painted properly. I'm fixing it up. I'm going to paint the ceiling. I'm going to give it a couple of coats. It came out great though. You have to be careful. Lesson learned. You know, I am making my place. I understand why closets are so backbreaking, because nobody would have given the love that I did. Every corner, baby. Every corner. And I went back in here, and that was hard to swallow, taking everything out of here and giving it another coat. But this trim, this is an old building. This is all old steel. Look at that, the semi-gloss in the behind, and then the satin linen. It's beautiful. It came out great. Fresh and clean. I'm happy you like it. I hope you learned a lot of stuff, guys. And here's the trick. Here's something to tell you. It took me over an hour. I use this tape. I know it's not painter's tape. Home Depot, it's half the price. But take it off when the paint's kind of wet. It's a lot easier. Hi, guys. 14 hours. Updating old closets is back-breaking work. Why did I choose to do it? I feel that the place I live in, the board, maintenance, the team, they're not taking care of the building the way it used to be. So, I said, I know I can do quality work. Save a lot of money. I don't want to pay someone to do the whole place just to sell it in the near future. I could really make this place look really good. I know it really well. I can save a lot of money. When I just feel that the apartment isn't as valuable as it will be because the building is not following lead. Just my opinion. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Closets are backbreaking. Every corner. The priming, the prepping, cleaning it out, using that DAT, putting the primer, then putting the semi-gloss. Use semi-gloss in closets because when you scuff, it takes a lot to scuff it. I never knew that. So I hope you learned something. I want you to see the real deal. I struggled today, and I ate once, and I video texted a friend, and I had an iced coffee. That's all I did. I didn't stop. I started at 11:30. It is now 1:30. And I'm finally sitting down, having something to eat, and I'm going to hit the shower. That was really hard, doing that kind of quality work to the whole wall, that whole third of the apartment, cleaning it, taping it, and taking off the tape. It took a lot longer than I thought. So guys, you can really save. I don't want to get too close because I know when I upload it with the iMovie, it looks like your face is right in the camera. You can do it and save. If you ever do work to your place and you don't want to do it yourself, save and hire professionals who are qualified, licensed, and don't complain about doing their job. Because it was a cluster F because now I have to hire an electrician. Now I got to do the ceiling myself. The fans aren't working. It just got worse and worse and worse. Not worth it. Lesson learned. That's for sure. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed. And until the next project, see ya. Bye. One more quick thing. When you take out shelves that you're going to replace, the same shelves that have been up for 22 years, they don't go back in the same way. It was really hard. It took me an hour to get that bottom shelf in. I had to go struggling looking for different screws because the holes got larger. It was a struggle, guys. It was very challenging. I'll see you. Bye.